All right, guys. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night, guys. If you can hear me loud and clear, just give me a thumbs up, please, so that I can just verify that. Awesome. Nice to hear. I have been blessed by my wife with some new equipment, so that is great. You know, I'm loving it. I'm just getting familiar with it as well. Guys, we have had an amazing day ahead of us. There has been so much. And guys, USWAP. Finally, we are alive. You know, we've been talking about it for, I don't know how long, but it is here. And even better, the UME farming. And that, that has just shot just straight through the roof in just hours. It is just unbelievable. And what we're going to do is that we're going to have a Zoom. We're going to talk about USWAP. We're going to talk about UME. We're going to talk about the whole idea behind this. What is it? What is the governance token? What role has it? What is the reason why it's, shooting through the moon right now, and much more. Now, if anyone has any questions, just bring them into the chat box. I'll try to keep an eye on it. But you know me, I talk a lot. So we'll see. But, any questions, let me know. We'll try to keep track on that. Now, guys, we have, as said, we have just launched. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit unfocused as well, because due to this new settings, you need to have a password, or I need to manually let everybody in. So I need to keep an eye on that as well. But anyway, we just launched USWAP, guys. Amazing. The first proper decentralized exchange on a Tron network. Of course, we have JustSwap, but that was launched by Justin Sun, which is the founder, the CEO of Tron. And of course, he's building his own network. Now, unfortunately, he and his network they have their own services, but it is nothing compared to what ECLIPCITY is deploying, guys. We are going to launch services that is second to none, and will compete among the best of the best. Now, USWAP, our proprietary DEX exchange, is an upgraded version of Uniswap. Actually, we haven't really finished the entire layout. We wanted to do a soft launch because the community was more or less begging for it, which I understand. And this week we will just complete everything, and you will see how this will develop to be among the most powerful DEXs on the market. We're not competing, but we are aiming to beat whatever Uniswap did, which was $69 million in revenue the first year in profit from just trades. And it went out to the liquidity providers, people like you guys, for USWAP. Now, the second year, they're on path to do $400 million in revenue to their liquidity providers. Just imagine what that can do for us. Now, we are going to start by looking at the website, of course. Let me just share the screen, and we will have a look at USWAP, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. And yeah, let's see how we can do. Now, anybody who is asking about price prediction of UME and EFT, just forget it. I'm not going to reply on that. UME is a zero value token. Whatever value it has on the market is created by you guys, and supply and demand. That's how easy it is. So, all right, let me see. Let me share the screen here, and let us go into what's fun. There we go. We are looking at USWAP right away. All right, so this is the main site, guys. When you go to uswapme.org, you will find the proprietary exchange of ECLIPCITY. This is as said, the first proper DEX exchange on the, hold on 2 seconds. Let me just do that. So that I can allow people in, admit all. All right, first proper DEX exchange on the Tron network, and we are aiming to conquer the entire market, guys, because we are, as we know, deploying the best of the best. Now, let me guide you through everything here before we move forward. Now, as you guys can see on the site, very simple. At the top left, you have the exchange, you have liquidity, you have Telegram, which will bring you to the official Telegram group, and then you have help, which is the help desk. Now, on the right side, you also have 3 dots where you will find help, and you will find as well Telegram. So this will bring you to our communication channels, as well as our desktop or help desk. Now, looking at the help desk, this is it. This is exactly what everyone needs. You have content such as how to add liquidity, how to remove liquidity, how to exchange tokens, how to connect the wallet, and how to use USWAP in mobile. Now, as you can see on the left side here, we have also added a new Ume Finance, how to farm Ume Token. So this will actually give you a detailed explanation exactly what to do and how to do in order to provide either liquidity, remove liquidity, exchange tokens, or even then farm the Ume token as well. So guys, have a look at this, read it, learn it, make sure that you understand it, because you guys are the ones that will teach this and educate others about this. Show them this amazing opportunity that we have here. So we have a help desk center, of course, USWAP help center as well as the farm, or the Ume farm. Now let's go back to USWAP. So we have a lot of questions on how to add liquidity. How does this work? Now let me just explain that to you. So when you're adding liquidity into a decentralized exchange, what you need to do is that you need to add two types of tokens. The reason for this is because they are added into a pool which is now used for swapping between those who wants to trade. That means it's a liquidity pool, a pool filled with money. And when somebody wants to buy TRX with USDT, they send USDT into that pool and they receive TRX out of it. So it needs to be an equal amount of the both tokens. So when we add liquidity, we need to have two of the same type. Now, the first pool that we have opened up on USWAP is the TRX USDT pool. That is also the only pool that you will able to be mining the Ume token with as of today. Now, to add liquidity to this pool, what you do is that you go to the exchange, of course, you click on the liquidity. Now, if you're on the mobile, it looks a little bit different, but it's more or less basically the same. Now you click on liquidity and you can see here, I already have a little bit of liquidity added into it. We can now see that in the pool, there is 98,000 USDT and 383,000 TRX. Now, if I want to add liquidity here, I click on, of course, add liquidity. I will be taken to the site where I do add liquidity and I will enter the amount that I want to add. So let's say I want to add $500 of USDT to liquidity. I enter that in the USDT section because then it will automatically calculate the number of TRX that I also need to deposit. So it's a 50-50 for going in. Now it will show me my position, how much I already have in it. It will also show me the share of the pool, how much TRX per USDT. What I do now is that hold on, I'll let them in, admin all. I do click on supply, I confirm the supply, and then I, of course, accept it in my wallet. Now, I just added $500 of liquidity to the USDT pool and $500 of TRX to the TRX pool. So any swap, anyone that trades between TRX and USDT at this moment, I will receive a percentage of that 3% fee. As you can see at the bottom here, it says, by adding liquidity, you all earn 0.3% of all trades of the pair proportional to your share of the pool. Fees are added to the pool, accrue in real time, and can be claimed by withdrawing your liquidity. So as long as you keep liquidity and hold that in USWAP, you will be earning revenue from all trades that are happening, of course, depending on your share. When you remove the liquidity, you will be rewarded with that fee as well. So you're accumulating more LP tokens that you're receiving. And when you're converting that back to USDT and TRX, that will be a higher amount. So that is how you actually add liquidity. Now, if you want to remove liquidity, it's more or less the same thing. You go to your page, you will see how much liquidity you have. You click on remove, and here you select the exact amount, how much you want to remove. So you decide exactly how much you want to remove. Let's say I want to remove 100, and let's say I want to remove 25%. No, I don't want to do that. I'm going to remove 190. I click on remove, I confirm it, and I accept it, and zim, it's back in my wallet. So you can provide liquidity at any time, receive revenue and profit from the fees, and you can unstake it or you can withdraw that at any time. There is no locking period or nothing in this. This is proper decentralized asset exchange where the users the liquidity providers are those that earn the revenue. So that's how you add the liquidity. Now, why do we want to add liquidity? Well, because when we add liquidity, of course, we earn the revenue fee. And more importantly, we can also earn the UME token, the proprietary DeFi token of the USWAP exchange. It is a community governance token, which will have tremendous value for, not in terms of dollar, but for the users, because those who hold this token will be able to propose and vote for listings, for projects that will have more exposure, that will have that will be listed on our sites to front them. Of course, they will also be assessed by us to make sure that it is a safe project, but you will all have a governance control of what is being listed. If you want your favorite project in, you just need to hold UME and you can vote for that. Now, let's move on. So we have added a little bit of liquidity, right? We added liquidity. Now, one thing I want to say before moving on is that when you want to add liquidity to USWAP, don't swap your TRX for USDT on USWAP and then add it as liquidity. Because the thing is, when you're building a DEX exchange, we need a pool of liquidity, a pool of money. Now, we provided a certain amount of liquidity. Now, if you swap, or if you need to buy USDT and you swap Tron for USDT on USWAP, you swap for the liquidity that we already provided, and then you just add that back in. So we're not getting a volume to the DEX exchange. So if you don't have USDT and you want to add that into the liquidity pool with your Tron, go to a different exchange, go to JustSwap or go to Binance or go to any other exchange and swap or trade it there. So that what you do is that you bring more USDT that is being added to the liquidity pool. It's all about bringing volume. It's not about recycling what we have here, because that won't last. It's about bringing volume, new people, new USDT as liquidity so that the pool grows. We want to have millions and millions and millions of USDT and TRX in this pool to be traded at any time so that the volume of this exchange can surpass both JustSwap and Uniswap. So my recommendation, guys, if you want to add liquidity and you don't have USDT, the easiest thing you can do is go to JustSwap and just swap your Tron for USDT there and take that USDT and add it into USWAP. Let's drain JustSwap and put it into USWAP instead, my friends. All right, so that was this. So let's move on to what we do after we have added liquidity. Now we want to mine the UME token. So we go to the ume.finance, which is the mining site. Now here you can see earn UME token developed by ECLIPCITY team, stake and earn UME. Now this site will of course have an update. We have launched it with a soft launch, of course, as I said, so that everybody in the community more or less got their will through. Now we are looking at USDT TRX LP pool. So what does this mean? This means that you can mine or stake and earn UME by using the liquidity tokens that you receive from providing liquidity in USWAP. So when you provide a liquidity in USWAP, you receive a certain amount of liquidity token pools. You go to ume.finance and you click on select, and you will now receive an approval. So you can see stake, you can see claim. You can already see that I have a little bit of stake in it. And you can see that I have, let me see here, stake that I should be, yeah, I have 1,000 that I can stake. So what I do is that I just click on max, the 1,000 LP tokens that I received from putting that 500 LP or 500 liquidity into USWAP. I'm now using that. I stake it, confirm it, and the transaction is now sent. It is now being added to my stake. What I do, I close it, I just refresh the site, click on select again, and I can see now that my stake has increased. So now I am receiving more UME. And you can see here the pending claim as well, 0.523 UME. So if I want to claim that, I can claim that at any time I want. So what I need to do is I click on select, and now I choose claim. Now, if I just want to claim the UME that I have earned, I click on claim at top. If I want to claim it on stake, if I want to remove the liquidity and I want to take back what I've put in, if I'm done with mining, I click on claim and unstake. Now, I doubt, of course, that anybody here will do that because, guys, we just started. We have only launched the first pool. There's 1,000. There's 1,000 UME in it. Tomorrow, we will open up the second pool for mining of UME, and that pool will be UME TRX. This means that the UME that you're mining from today until tomorrow, you can claim that out and you can put that in as liquidity and use it to mine more. You can compound your earnings that you're receiving in form of tokens. Anyone who has bought on the exchange as well, who's been a big part of that skyrocketing this price, I believe we're up to, I don't know, $15, $20 per UME, is amazing. And the thing is that we have a very good strategy in order to maintain this. So a lot of people ask me, will the value drop? Will it go up? Will it go down? And I can't say yes or no, because guys, that is totally dependent on you. Now, we added a very, very small liquidity pool to the UME to have this open. We put 10,000 UME into the pool with 10,000 USDT, valuing UME at $1. Now, when the community started to buy UME on the exchange, depending on, due to the short of supply and the demand and how much they wanted to buy, there's a ratio, there's an algorithm in the contract that makes the price go up. That's why we have seen that with that tremendous, momentum and demand we're having. This is what's happening. Now, how can we maintain this? Well, here's the secret. It's by opening up, of course, a UME TRX pool. Let's look at the API, 22.53% on the USD TRX pool. The API on the UME TRX pool will be maybe twice or 3 times as high, meaning you will earn a lot more UME staking in that pool. So you will use the UME that you've been mining now to mine more, or you will even so buy more on the exchange if there's any, so that you can mine faster, so that you can accumulate more. And the reason that this is going to last, guys, is because we are a community. I said we have close to 300,000 members already, and we're educating people on what to do and how to do it. And why are we doing so? Because that is how you truly make a cryptocurrency have value. What is going to happen with UME? Well, of course, it is a governance token. People understand that this has a value towards voting and governance. Now, you can use UME to accumulate more UME, but the most important thing is that UME will be the only token that you can mine the EFT token with. The ECLIPCITY finance token, which is the governance token of the entire ECLIPCITY community. UME has a total supply of 23 million, while EFT will have a total supply of between 35 to 65,000. So if UME can perform like this in a couple of hours, just imagine what EFT can do. And why? Because we already have a pre-built community that understands what we do, that has trust and confidence in the ECLIPCITY and the project that we deliver, because we have delivered for a long time already. Guys, this is an amazing opportunity for all of us. I am not going to say that or promise, gold, silver, and diamonds and anything, but what we're doing is strategically planned, and we have the best of the best working with it. Not just in terms of dev teams and such, but in terms of community, in terms of leadership that we have, in terms of everyone that is so committed and so supportive to the entire vision behind ECLIPCITY of creating a decentralized ecosystem that is supporting a financial support fund. So guys, with USWAP, with UME, we are going to make history without a doubt. Now you know how to provide liquidity, you know how to use that LP tokens you're receiving to mine and farm the UME token. Now, let's go over to some basic questions. So I'm seeing the chat is filling up a little bit. I'm going to open that up. We're going to stop the screen share here, and we're going to look at some of the questions. So let me see here what we have. Let me see here. Sorry, guys, I'm just reading a little bit. Thank you so much for all the kind words. I mean, guys, you guys are amazing. I'm lost of words of the support and the commitment and the way that you guys act towards everyone and anyone in our community. You're really embracing everything that we're doing. And of course, I can't blame anyone because what we're doing is great. You know, we're doing something no one has ever done before. People have thought about it, said they're going to do it, made promises of this and that. But you know what? We're the ones that are actually doing it. We, as a community, we don't need anyone else. We can do this by ourselves because we have the technology, we have the skills, and we have the leadership. And that is what matters. All right, let me see here. What do we have here? This USWAP will be mega. First TronSwap that I know of. What Uniswap did, brilliant ID. Thanks, John. We are, replicate. We're not trying to. We are going to replicate and crush Uniswap's success and what they did. We have analyzed both Uniswap version 2 and their upcoming version 3, as well as JustSwap. And we have, our contract is highly valuable because it is a contract that is, a merge, a hybrid of them all. And we will be, I'm going to guarantee you, 6 months from now, everyone will be using USWAP. So guys, thank you so much for this commitment to all. And guys, share this with everyone. If anybody is wondering how they can swap, how they can actually utilize DeFi, how they can be a part of things, teach them about USWAP, teach them about UME, show them how they can farm and be a part of a community that is actually, strategically planning what they're doing. We're not just launching things. We're not just trying to catch a wave like everybody else. We're creating this wave. We're creating it. All right, guys, let me see here. What else do we have? Now, how can we, let me see here. How can we access the audit by Slowness? The link doesn't work in Ume Finance. All right, so as I said, this is a soft launch on the UME Finance. The UME contract has not been audited by Slowness. This is going to be on that sentences, and the Slowness audit is for USWAP. So UME is a token distribution contract, but USWAP is a decentralized exchange contract, multiple contracts connected with each other, opening new pools, connecting things. That is what Slowness is auditing. And I spoke to them today. They're supposed to be done in 1 or 2 days. And so far, they're saying everything is perfect. They haven't found anything. And we knew that because we have already made an audit. It's just that we are making a third-party audit as well to make sure that you guys feel 100% confident with 100% trust towards what we're doing. Now, I know that many of you already have this, and I totally and fully appreciate that. But of course, we want to be on the safe side, and we want to provide it for everyone. So Slowness audit certificate will be up and running by midweek, maybe Wednesday, Thursday latest. We're looking forward to have that. And at that time, we're going to officially blast this all over the world to everyone. Right now, our community, the ECLIPCITY community, has a very, very, what can we say, a pre for the whole thing. Not a lot of people know about this. It's only this community that has gotten this announcement and are able to mine Ume right now. Imagine what will happen when the outside DeFi community comes in, when they start to understand what we're doing. All right, let me see here what else we got. So we're mining more than 1,000+ Ume tokens tomorrow only. No, so the pool that we set up, USDT TRX, has 1,000 Ume in it. It will take approximately a week for that 1,000 Ume to be out. Now tomorrow we will open up a secondary pool, Ume TRX. That pool will have 3,000 Ume in it. And that will also take approximately 7 days to complete. So That means right now there's 10,000 UME in the liquidity pool. That means on the market, including over the next week, another 4,000 will be mined among this entire community and everybody else. So we're ensuring that there's a slow distribution of UME to the market. And we're also ensuring that you have a usability to use that UME you're mining to mine more UME, to keep it off the market, to make sure that it's scarce on the exchange. Because the more people that will know about USWAP and know about UME, the more people will want to buy it faster so that they can mine more in those higher yield projects. And what happens when none of you wants to sell? What happens? Well, the price shoots up just like it did today. 10 times more, 50 times more, 100 times more. There's absolutely no limits. As long as we work together as a community, if we actually work together as a community and listen to the strategy that we have, guys, there are no limits for the amount of value that these tokens will have and the amount of sustainability and liquidity that we will have for it as well. It's not going to be like these, you saw, what was it, Compound or whatever, they went up to 400, now they're down at 40. YFI, 40,000, now down to 9,000. You have Uni up at $40, now at $3. You know, there's a reason why they just shoot up and then go down, because they don't have a strategy and they don't have a unified community. And that, my friends, is something that we have. A unified community that knows what's happening, that are talking to everything. And of course, out of the 300,000 members we have, of course, we're not reaching everyone, but we're at least reaching 10%. And if every one of us does what we're supposed to do, and that is sharing this amazing opportunity with ECLIPCITY, with TronChain, with USWAP, with UME, with EFT, and everything that we got coming, including Aiden's Fall, including the ECLIPCITY branded debit card, guys, there is absolutely no reason for anyone to be anywhere else. We have and we will provide you all with everything you ever need. And it starts with USWAP. Guys, I know I look tired. I've been working, I don't know, 20, 22 hours a day the last week to get this ready, to get this done. And, you know, nothing excites me more than the launch that we have had. It has been nothing but amazing. Let me see if we have any other questions here. Let's show people how strong we are together. That is absolutely true. Guys, we have something unique. I don't know if you really realize this, but if you look at any other DeFi project, if you look at Uniswap when they started, they had zero. They launched a DEX exchange and it just caught on. It caught on. You know, that's what happened. The same thing with a Unicorn Swap. The same thing with any other DeFi project that's been deployed both on the Ethereum and the Tron network. None of them had a community before they launched. That was something that came in after. And imagine what we can do with a 300,000 member community already before we even start to deploy DeFi. Educating them all, teaching them, showing them what this is and how they can utilize what they have to earn even more. Because that is what it's all about. Helping others, supporting others, creating that decentralized ecosystem that will support millions and millions of people. So we're finally here, guys. It is unfolding. I am so glad to see, and I'm so glad that you guys have stuck with it and seen the vision, because now it's truly happening. All right, let me see here what else we got. Let me see here. What happens to those like me who provide liquidity to the Ume Trx pool? Well, you will, those who provide liquidity to the Ume Trx pool, you will receive the swap fees, of course. And tomorrow, when we open up the USDT or the Ume Trx pool, you will able to use those LP tokens that you receive from that pool and mine more EFT. Vincenzo, thank you so much for your kind words. You know, it's truly touching my heart. You know, we are doing a project together. I like to say, you know, one small act can't change much, but when it's multiplied by millions, you know, it can move mountains. And that is exactly what we're doing. We are a community that wants to do a positive impact on this world. And my God, that is exactly what we're doing. All right, let me read a little bit more, see what we can find. Will we have a chart so that we can see price movement and limit buys and limit sell orders? All right, so there's charts. Yes, there will be liquidity charts showing how much liquidity is in the pool, such and such, but there will be there's no buy orders or limit orders or sell orders. That's the difference between a centralized exchange and a decentralized exchange. There's no order book on a DEX. But there will be an overview showing the entire liquidity and all trades that are happening and all swaps that are happening. This will come up this week. As said, we are in that soft launch because it was a demand from the community. So just bear with me, bear with us. We will be fixing these things this week as coming, and they will also be added to the site, of course. What's the minimum USDT people can start with? So I believe the minimum you can start with is $1. So $1 in USDT, and that will be approximately 39, 40, 41 TRX as well, I believe. That is the minimum amount that you can actually add as liquidity. It won't give much, of course. I mean, DeFi is safe. You know, putting your cryptocurrency into a DeFi smart contract is safe. You can remove it at any time. The only thing, what I say is that put as much as you want to, as much as you feel you can, and you know, the more you do, the more you will receive. That you're making your money work for you instead of working for money. You're now making money work for you, and that is, I believe, what everyone is dreaming about. All right, so we are looking at, guys, this is not official yet, but I want to mention this. We are looking at doing a first international ECLIPCITY event. This is something that I've been looking forward to a long time. I can see the response here. This will, we will do so, and we will host this in Dubai. Dubai is right now, as I see, one of the places that we can go, or anyone can go, as long as they can provide a negative PCV test for COVID, of course. So that means that we can actually gather there COVID-free and have a massive event, as huge as we want, with as many as we wish. So we are looking at either in late December or early January to host the world's first ECLIPCITY BaaS event. That means everyone is invited, of course. You know, we're gonna have, it's just gonna be amazing. We're all gonna meet, we're all gonna greet, we're gonna have an event where we're really gonna put ECLIPCITY on the map. We're gonna bring up all the community leaders. We're really gonna recognize each and every one of you and showcase what we have coming as well. Because guys, it is not a small deal. I can tell you that. You know, I am super excited. There's so much that I want to say, but I can't really, you know, say it yet. So, you know, we'll stick to USWAP and the questions. But, you know, I just wanted to mention that. So just stay tuned. We are looking to do the first international convention for ECLIPCITY. Let me see here. Is there any kind of fees when we unstake our UME farming? No, absolutely not. I understand that question, and I know why it's coming, of course, because of these projects on Tron that ran off with a ton of money. And you know, any project that takes a fee for that is because they need liquidity. They want your money, you know, and that's not why what we're here for. When you provide liquidity, you provide liquidity. When you remove it, you remove it. That's yours. When you stake, you earn. When you remove or you claim that, that's yours. We don't take any of that. It's all yours. So there's no fees on unstaking or staking or whatsoever. is there any benefits to swap TRX to UME? Well, you know, the only benefit is that you will get it faster, but, you know, as I say, mine it, earn it. You know, why pay for it when you can earn it and hold it and then have others buy it from you? But if you want to buy it, absolutely do so. It's on the exchange. John, definitely we will have Jacobs doing a video on this on USWAP and ECLIPCITY. I'm going to reach out to him tomorrow, so we're going to have that done. So there's a few questions about the debit card as well. Of course, we are, guys, we're just 2 weeks away from having that debit card. I'm going on a Zoom with the CEO of that tomorrow. I'm going to have some more clarity in it and when we can start onboarding you guys so that you can apply and pay for your card and have it issued to you. I'm really looking forward to that as well. It has just been so much work with USWAP and UME right now, so that the focus has been there. But tomorrow we're picking up on that again. Let me see what else we have. How long could it take to finish a total mining of UME? That's a good question. You know, that can take it can take as long as we want it to take, because we will control the amount of UME that we allocate to each pool. If we allocate 5,000 UME to different pools each week, we will be mining for 50, 500, 5,000. We will be mining for a long time. No, but the thing is that the mining of UME will continue over a long time period, and we will open up multiple pools that you will be able to mine UME with. For example, TRX USDJ, TRX BTT, TRX Sun, TRX Win. Because why? We are now drawing a more audience that are holding these kind of tokens to USWAP as well, providing more liquidity, opening up more pools so that more swaps can happen, so that more revenue is created as well. And of course, we're getting a larger audience that will hold the UME. There's not supposed to be just a small amount holding it. There will be a large amount holding these. So we will be deploying multiple pools weekly with new tokens, so that new audiences and new communities can come to ECLIPCITY and USWAP and mine UME with us, to be exposed to our ecosystem, to watch and see what we're doing and what we're building, including what we already have. So it's all, as said, a strategic plan of drawing attention, and that is by opening these pools with a certain amount of UME allocated to each of them. Let me see here. EFT, how to buy them. So tomorrow, EFT, you will not be able to buy tomorrow. EFT will not be able or be on the market until, I don't know, a week, 2, maybe even 3. Right now, the sole and single focus for each and every one of you guys should be accumulating the UME token. Accumulating and holding it and staking it to mine even more, because guys, it is a governance token of USWAP. It might not mean much to you today, or you might not understand what this means, but in 6 months you will be happy, and that you never let one of those tokens go, because it will have so much more power and value than you can ever imagine. And the same goes for the EFT. So guys, what you want to do, you want to provide liquidity. You want to get USDT, TRX, provide that liquidity to USWAP. You want to mine UME, and then when we open up UME TRX pool, you want to put the UME you already mined into that pool together with some TRX, and you want to mine even more. Just accumulate it as much as possible. Earn it, and earn it. All right, let's see here. Guys, thank you so much for all those kind words. I really don't want to even read them up, because I'm a bit too humble for that. But you know, it really warms my heart. Thank you so much, guys. We would not have been here without any of you. As I always say, guys, it does not matter how great a smart contract is or how great a project is. if it doesn't have great leadership, it's doomed, it's failed, it will not last. And that is what makes ECLIPCITY stand out, my friends, because we have tremendous and unique leadership all over the world, hundreds, if not thousands of leaders that are highly dedicated on a full-time scale to ECLIPCITY and everything we're doing to building this community, to making sure that our vision is going to be fulfilled. And that is why we are having such success. That is why more than 300,000 people has already said yes to ECLIPCITY in just 3 months and 1 week. That is, my friends, is amazing. So congratulations to each and every one of you for everything you guys have been doing. All right, let me see here now. Oh my God, I don't have a passport. Well, you better get one, buddy. I'm glad to see you guys are happy about, Dubai. I said, nothing is sealed. It's not written in stone. Of course, our international event is written in stone. We're going to have that, no doubt. But the exact time is not set yet. But I will keep you guys informed and in due time so that everyone has the opportunity to, make sure that they can attend. You want to be there. I can guarantee you that. All right, so tomorrow we will need more Tron equal to whatever the amount of UME is to add liquidity. Is that correct? That is spot on. That is 100% correct. So let's say that you mine, I don't know, 10 UME, and the UME is at $15, so it's $150. That means you also need $150 of Tron so that you can add both of those tokens into the UME liquidity pool. And then you get the LP tokens, which you then use to mine more UME. So you were spot on, absolutely correct. Do you know what time the Ume TRX pool will open tomorrow? No, I do not know that. I will know tomorrow morning. I'll know before noon. Of course, I will announce it to everyone. So just be patient, stay tuned, and yeah, keep an eye on into the group. What's the total supply of UME? That would be 23 million. In the contract of UME, we also have a certain freeze section, and we also have a burn function. So as more and more utility is being used and voting is being done, burning of this token will happen, which will increase the scarcity and what's available on the market. And this is also one of the strategies we've implemented in order to make sure that we have a stability in the price once we reach it. Let me see here. So we use USDT to get UME. Yeah, exactly. Use USDT to get UME. If you don't have USDT, please go to JustSwap or any other exchange and take the USDT from that platform and add it into USWAP platform. It's all about creating volume. It's not about buying it on USWAP and adding it back to USWAP. That won't do much. It won't bring the liquidity we need. We want to drain JustSwap and we want to put it all into USWAP. Congrats on another successful project. Thank you so much, brother. It would not have been a success without you guys. That is just facts and basic truth. So thank you so much to each and every one of you as well. Let me see here. Renewing my passport next week. Whoop, whoop. Awesome. All right, can we see? Can you show us a demo of how to use the claim and pool UME? Sure, yeah, of course. Let's do that quickly. Let me share the screen here. All right, so you're at the UME farming site or UME finance. Let me just refresh. There we go. So this is the pool. We will now be opening up more tomorrow, and then that will be placed next to it. But in order to claim the pending claim that I have, 1.18, I click on select. I go, you see stake and you see claim. So I click on claim, and then I just click on claim UME. I click on that. I accept it in my wallet. The transaction is now being sent. and it's done. Now I just claimed the UME. It has been sent to my wallet. If I now refresh the site again and click on select and go to claim, you will see that I have 0.004. So I already received a little bit more, but I already claimed what I was supposed to have. So going into my wallet, you'll see that I have, let me see here, that we have UME right here. So I just took out the 1.19. So 9.58, that is the mining. So that is how you claim the Ume token. You mine it and you claim it. You can claim it at any time. There is no limit such or such. I hope that answered your question. All right, let's stop the share. Let's admit the remaining and let us go on. Let me see here. Thank you so much, Herman. How will the pricing of the event be in Dubai? No idea. Haven't even thought that far. Just, you know, brainstorming about doing an international event there. Is there a ballpark figure as to how much UME will cost in 6 months or in the future? No, there's not. There's no predictions, no ballpark, no nothing. It can be worth $1, it can be worth 20, it can be worth 200. That all depends on you guys. It doesn't depend on me. It doesn't depend on you know, the mining, the farming. It depends on you guys. It depends on the people that are mining and farming the UME and what you do with it. Are you holding it or are you dumping it? Are you selling it as soon as you see the price go up, or are you keeping it to make sure that the price goes up even further? And when you sell, are you selling just a small amount of it to make sure you don't do a price impact? Or do you just dump everything you have to take that profit and, you know, don't care about the rest? Guys, this is why we are a community. This is why I am here and I'm doing live Zooms, and I'm more or less here to educate you all on the strategy that we can do and that we will be doing in order to make sure that we can not just build a great value for the token, but we can also make it last. Because it's all up to us, what we do. And that is highly, highly important for all of you to understand. So yeah, absolutely, I have no predictions on it. It will be what it is, and what the traders and the miners and the sellers and everything will decide it to be. Let me see here. Gary, thanks for that answer. I loved it. Can we compound UME staking by reinvesting the earned UME? Yes, you can. So tomorrow, when we open up the UME Trx pool, you can claim you can claim the UME that you earn at any time, and then you can add it back into the liquidity pool, and then use those LP tokens and add them so that you mine more. So you can compound it, and that's the key. That's the secret, guys, because that's what 90% of you guys will be doing. And that would mean that 90% of everything that's being mined is being kept off the market. And then we're going to have 100% demand for this token because everybody wants to be mining more. So that's when things are happening with the value. That's when that algorithm kicks in. Let me see here. Adoption is the key. That is absolutely right. And how do we get adoption? We get it by education, teaching, you know, showing people the way, and by not being complicated. And, you know, that is what ECLIPCITY is all about. We want to make it simple for people to participate in whatever they want. And of course, learn, get support, help. That is what we're all about. Let me see here. When the cards come out, can we have whatever name we want on them? And does the game run on Ubuntu Linux? When the cards come out, you need to do KYC. It will have your personal name on it. And the game does not run on Ubuntu Linux, as I know. What determines the API, please? I see you have a 22% API. So the API is determined by the amount of liquidity or the amount of LP tokens that you have in, as well as the amount of LP tokens that others have in. So the higher percentage that you have of that specific pool, so there's 1,000 UME in the pool. If I hold, or if I stake, let's say 20% of the LP tokens in that pool, my API will be higher than yours because I have more in it. So that is showing the percentage that I'm receiving at a certain rate. Now, if I remove my API will go less. If I add, it will be higher as well. So as said, the more liquidity you add, the more LP tokens you get, and the more UME you will farm. Let's see. All right, there we go. End of the chat. No more questions, guys. I hope that you guys got some good information here. We went through how to actually use USWAP, how to add liquidity, how to use those LP tokens to mine and farm the UME, what to do with UME, and guys, that is to hold on to it. Mine more when we open up the pool tomorrow. Make sure you get as much as possible, because when we open up the Genesis mining program of the ECLIPCITY finance token, you do want to sit on as many of those UME as possible. I guarantee you that. I can assure you that I will be doing so. So guys, thank you so much for being on. We will upload this on the YouTube so that anybody can share this with everybody. Please make sure that everybody sees this, that everybody knows that we are live. Our USWAP DEX exchange is on Tron blockchain and fully functional. They can provide liquidity, they can earn UME. And most important, guys, make sure that everybody brings USDT from the outside. Not that they buy or swap on USWAP right now, because we don't want to just, you know, circle what we have. We want to get the USDT from justswap. We want to get the USDT that's in Binance, that's in KuCoin, that's in any other exchange, and we want to have that added to USWAP. That's how we create volume. When we have millions and millions and millions of volume of liquidity, guys, that is when we will have millions and millions of users. And that is when there will be millions and millions and millions of dollars in revenue to you guys. That's what we're working for. Guys, let's lock arms as we've done from day one and make this happen. Love you all, and I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we will do another Zoom again. We will be doing Zoom every day this week. We will have a lot of fun, and yeah, until then, take care. Any questions, we'll take them in the group. Bye-bye, guys.